Today's show is about the Lions winners and losers. That's what we're talking about in today's video. So far in training camp since we started till now. Let's get this thing started. Let's start this video off with the first winner here, and that is Jameson Williams. He put on 5 pounds of muscle on his thighs. He looks faster, and he is getting a lot of long passes from Jared Goff. Morton wants to do the deep route, and JMO is doing that. Not only that, but Jameson Williams is all over the route tree. Everybody expecting him to have a significant season this year because he has been so good in training camp so far, just ripping the defense apart. Jameson Williams is definitely looking to take a next step this year. Now, if you're a fantasy owner, I would suggest drafting him. I think that he's going to put up some big numbers this year. When I'm thinking what he may do is probably 1,300 yards in receiving, a lot of touchdowns. Jameson Williams is going to be a big target for the Detroit Lions this year. He is. It's just the fact of the situation. The next winner on my list is the guy who we don't talk enough a lot in training camp. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's doing great in training camp. We talked about Jameson Williams all the time. We've talked about Isaac Tesla all the time. Always forget about St. Brown because he's so good and we expect him to be. And he's always on this list because he's always good. But since he's always good and he's been great in camp, he's on my winners list. St. Brown is amazing. And I think his work ethic is rubbing off on the likes of Isaac Tesla, Jameson Williams, and the rest. And that is phenomenal. Who is your biggest winner so far in training camp? Give me your thoughts in the comments right now. Let's go. Next winner here is Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is having a great offseason, and Morton is putting him all over the field. You're seeing double, 2-back sets. Jameson Williams getting put out wide. He's utilized more now. We would like him to be used. And just yesterday, he breaks for a 20-yard gain in camp, in practice. And he's been doing this pretty much all practice, all training camp. Jameson Williams could take that next step, and that's scary because he's really, really good. If he takes another step, I can't even imagine. But he's been great in camp, and I can't wait to see him used in the pass game. That's going to be fun, like more of an Alvin Kamara. Jack Campbell is a winner on my list as well. He's now the green dot. He looks like he has taken that third-year jump in camp. It really looks like it. Sideline to sideline, calling the plays, and you've heard it from Dan Campbell and the defensive players. Everybody say he has just looked phenomenal on the field. And it's a great thing because we invested a high draft pick in him. I liked him coming out of the draft, and he is the future for this team and the now. Future and now. Terrion Arnold is taking a nice step forward. Now, he did injure his hamstring, but it was a low-grade hamstring injury, so I'm not going to put that on him for a ding-up. That's something he'll be back on practice this week. He's had an interception, he's knocking the ball down, and he's staying with the receiver. And the best thing, he's not getting a lot of flags in practice. We've seen it get better last year, throughout the year, but it's definitely going in the right direction for Terrion Arnold. And if he does ascend to that next step, can you just imagine what the Lions' secondary is going to be like? Brian Branch and all of them? My goodness. It is cray-cray. It is cray-cray. So let's go for the next winner on my list here. How about, I'm going to do, it says Marcus Davenport as I put as a winner. Aiden Hutchinson as well. The defensive line is just done a great job. Great job this training camp. They have been crushing the line. Even Penei Sewell's getting beat. We haven't seen a lot of Taylor Decker because he has been injured, but we have seen Giovanni Manu and Dan Skipper. They're just getting wrecked right now. So Marcus Davenport is a huge winner on just a massive winner on my list. He's just got to stay healthy. If he stays healthy, can you just imagine the Lions' defensive line, how good it can be? Oof, we need it. And Hutch, he's in season form already. We already know it. Amon-Ra St is a winner on my list. Why is that? There's multiple reasons. Ennis Rakestraw went down with an injury, so he's going to be down for a while. I think that secures Amon-Ra St's spot. Also, you've seen him in preseason hustling to the ball and tackling really well. His open field tackling is excellent from what he's shown. So with those two factors, he is a massive winner, and he is making the roster. My last winner, and there could be a lot more, I just wanted to do 8 winners here, is Ahmed Hassan, the rookie. Did good in preseason, was the highest graded defender per PFF in the preseason game. He has a high-end motor in practice. It hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped. He's been doing well. Now, look, he's not going to be perfect, folks. He's going to make mistakes. And that's part of being a rookie. That's part of the learning curve that's going to be taking place this year. But I'm encouraged by the signs. I'm encouraged by the signs. There's other winners that we can put in here. There's a lot, folks. I could put more winners and more winners, like Isaac Tesla. He's a winner. There's some other players. I just went with those. So just because I didn't put them on a list, it doesn't mean they're not a winner. Who is your biggest winner so far in training camp? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right now. Let's switch it up to the losers list. And for the losers, we're going with Kyle Allen. Yes, Mr. Kyle Allen has not looked good. Throwing 2 interceptions in preseason. Throwing terrible passes off target. Really bad. He doesn't look good. He looks the way we thought he was going to look. We didn't think he was going to be good, right? He got put as the second quarterback coming on the field on Friday's game, and I don't necessarily mean he got benched because I think they do flip it, but he's been poor. But he's not the only one that's been poor at the quarterback position. Hen Hooker's been poor as well. He's holding on the ball way too long in preseason. Now in camp, he's shown better, but when the lights were on, he was holding on to the football. He's got to use his arm. We know what he can do with his legs. He's got to read the defense and deliver the football without hesitation. He's hesitating, and it's resulting in bad plays. We need to have a solid backup quarterback, and he has an opportunity Friday to change the narrative, and we need him to, because we need Hen Hooker to work out. We drafted him for a reason. But he needs to do better. He's got to do better Friday. It's huge for him, and he was disappointed. You heard him talk. He was really disappointed. He knows what this means. So he needs to get in there and get the job done on Friday for him to excel. Ennis Rakestraw is a loser on my list. He can't stay healthy. It's simple as that. He's been, it looks like his shoulder is going to be out for a long haul. He's dinged up before that. He's dinged up last year. He seems to be the 2025's Deshaun Hand. Just can't stay healthy. Just can't. And it's bad for this football team because we need to depend on him for our depth at corner. We need him to eventually step up and be a starter. That's the whole point we drafted him in the second round. It was not for him to be on the sideline. It was to be him performing on Sundays. And he's not. It's concerning for his development. It's extremely concerning, and I liked him coming out of college. But he was injured in college too. This is something that he has been dealing with for a very long time. Injuries is just a pain in the butt, and that just goes to the next player here. That's Levi Onwuzurike. Injured. Placed on IR before even starting training camp. And we signed him to that one-year deal. He's gone after this. I don't see Onwuzurike coming back to Detroit. It's hard for me to believe he's going to do that now. Because how? He's just not, he's not ever, he misses a lot of time. And we can't have that. So he's a loser on my list. Be the last of Colby Sorsdale. Now, he may make it on the practice squad. I don't think he's going to make the 53-man roster. I just don't believe he's going to do that. I know he's trying hard, but we drafted a lot of linemen, and eventually they're going to be used. I know Miles Frazier is injured right now, but eventually he'll be out there, and that's going to be a problem for Colby Sorsdale. And we literally just kept bringing linemen in, and he just hasn't progressed. It just hasn't happened. Biggest of all losers on my list here are someone that cannot take advantage of a injured defensive line and can't develop. That's Broderick Martin. He's got to be one of the biggest losers. Obviously, injuries is going to go, like Levi and stuff like that. That's pretty big. But for on-the-field performance, he is the biggest loser on my list. He's not taking any sort of jump, and we have injuries on the defensive line. He hasn't done anything. It's sad because we traded up for him, and we had expectations for him to develop and to be a cog in the middle with the young other players of Aleem and Levi, and it just hasn't worked out. Just hasn't. And it's not injuries. It's his inability to get better. And that sucks. It's probably going to be once he's not going to make the roster, in my opinion. And we'll see what happens. But his time in Detroit could be coming fairly close to an end because he got to do a better job. So give me your thoughts about my winners and losers list. If I missed one, again, there could be more winners I just didn't have all day. Just put it in the comments. Give me your thoughts. With that said, folks, adios.